Hello, beloveds. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Breathing Space Way of Meditation. I will ask everyone to mute their mics as we go through this wonderful time together. Uh, Bless you for coming on into the Zoom room, and also bless those who are watching via Facebook Live and through our YouTube channel. Good morning, Cheyenne. Good morning, Kenya. Good morning, Rev Kev. Good morning, Hattie. And let me tell you a little bit about me and Unity of Sacramento and the Breathing Space Way of Meditation. My name is Reverend Eric Ovid Donaldson. I'm the Senior Associate Minister here at the Unity of Sacramento International Spiritual Center. Unity of Sacramento is an associate of the Unity Worldwide Headquarters and Unity Worldwide Ministries. Both of them are based in Lee's Summit, Missouri, also known as Unity Village or Unity, Missouri. And the Unity Headquarters and Unity Worldwide Ministries is a part of about 1,000 ministries around the world. And that is so significant. We're over a century old as an organization, and Unity of Sacramento itself is over a century old. The first unity here in the California area. We're also an affiliate of the Association for Global New Thought. And this is an organization comprised of organizations who are dedicated to social change through a new thought way of thinking and being. And we are also a part of the Agape community of spiritual centers. And we are also dedicated to these ancient wisdom teachings here in the world. Excuse me one moment, I'm getting all sorts of wonderful messages as people are coming in and wanting to make certain that they're coming in at the right time. As you may or may not be aware, we are in daylight savings time today. So people are calling me saying, have we sprung forward? Are we falling backwards? Is it 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock? Is it 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? And so that's going on a little bit today, but I'm glad you made it here into the space. And I'm also glad that we're recording as well. So if some of our friends may get up a little bit too late and miss the Breathing Space Way of Meditation, they can always log in to our live stream platforms where it will be archived. All right, so a little bit about breathing space. If you're here for the first time, welcome. The breathing space way of meditation is something that is based on this book here called Breathing Space. It was authored by Reverend Kevin Cottrell Ross, the senior minister here at Unity of Sacramento, and yours truly. And we're really very grateful and blessed to have had divine spirit work with us and in us and through us to create this book. We believe this book is going to help people certainly through the pandemic, but also through life. For it's designed to deepen people's practice of meditation, whether they are a beginner or whether they are more seasoned in their meditative practices. You see, through this book, you'll not only receive a beautiful message in which to ponder, but you'll also receive things like a reflection question that will help you to be more introspective. And you'll also have question prompts that we are encouraging you to journal and answer through the course of the week. So each week is comprised of a week-long activity of meditative practice, not just for today, not just for Sunday, but to keep you in the meditative practice throughout the week. And there are 52 weeks worth of meditations within the book. And so we're going to start right at the beginning of the book today. I'm going to go to the page right now, week 1, page 17, page 17. If you have your book, fantastic. If not, you can get your book from Amazon.com. You can get it from Walmart.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and other fine retailers online. All right, so go to page 17 if you have your book. If you don't have your book, it's okay. Just open up your ears and your heart and just be with us as we go through this wonderful process. I know that you will enjoy it. I know you'll enjoy it because it's a beautiful topic this morning that we're talking about. We're talking about being a 3 a.m. friend. 3 a.m. friend. And we have a declaration that we're starting off with. The declaration states that I am blessed. I am blessed by the treasure of my most cherished friendships. Let me say that again. I am blessed by the treasure of my most cherished friendships. And now I want to invite you to say it with me and feel the vibration of your voice as you utter these words. Together, I am blessed by the treasure of my most cherished friendships. You know, it was Khalil Gibran who said, and let there be no purpose in friendship, save the deepening of the spirit. Here's how today's meditation reads. They are your sweet relief, the warm voice of comfort, the strong shoulder to lean on, the lifter of your head, the guilty laughter at things remembered, the wise and trusted voice of correction, the extra set of hands in handling the not so glamorous tasks of life, the first to arrive and the last to leave on that big day, the name at the top of your emergency call list. They are the keeper of your secrets, the conspirator in your harebrained schemes, the fact checker of your memories, the celebrant who makes the loudest splash. They are the exhale amidst the tension and your sigh of relief when you are stranded at midnight on the roadside. Visit often with a bow of gratitude. That special place in your heart set aside for your 3 a.m. friends. And gift yourself with gladness. Count it a privilege to have found just one in a lifetime. They are more rare than the sighting of a shooting star, a solar eclipse, or any earthly phenomenon. For indeed, they are evidence of a cosmic fact. Just as a single star has its galaxies and the sun its planets, so too have we been given our friends. Wow. There's so much to unpack on this one. It is so rich. Give some thumbs up, give some likes, some hearts, give some recognition to this one. If you have just one friend, then I want to invite you to put that friend's name in the chat room this morning. If you have more than one friend, then just keep writing them. Let's acknowledge our friends this morning. Some of them are friends that were back in the school days. Others are friends that were first colleagues at your workplace. Other friends still may be that best friend, the one that was all of the above and then some. Did you hear that checklist that Rev Kev made this message? He wrote this message and did a fantastic job with it. Thumbs up for Rev Kev. But did you hear that list of descriptors of how friends show up? I know you've got a list of your own that you could include in that. You can add on to that list of the way that friends show up, the way that they be for us, yes? I know I could add some to that. But interestingly enough, so many of the ones that Rev Kev describes in this message, I can relate to. And it could be because Rev Kev and I are indeed 3 a.m. friends. We are that person for one another to make certain that we have each other's back, right? I know you have someone like that too. I really want to see who you put in the chat room. I know Patsy says that her dear bestie is Patricia, or our Patricia, Roslyn, Carrie, and Jill. Who are your best friends? And let's put them in this loving field today. There's Mahara and Yvette. Thank you, Cheyenne. We're going to really love on them today as we learn about friendship and all that it can mean for us. Rev Kev and I, we got into a conversation recently about friendship, and we noticed something. Actually, the conversation wasn't so much about friendship. It was really about prosperity and abundance. And in that conversation, friendship came into it. Friendship came up. Patsy says, my husband too. Yes, you must remember your husband, Patsy. Thank you for reminding us that, yes, our spouses are friends as well. And so as Rev Kev and I were talking about prosperity, talking about abundance, talking about riches, talking about wealth, the subject shifted to friendship. And we recognized several things in that moment. He brought up the fact that he feels deeply wealthy because of the substantial friendships that have been cultivated over the years. He feels as though at any given point in time, if he has a need, those needs are fulfilled by the friendships that he has. If he's traveling and he needs to lay his head down, he can make a phone call. And he has friends who say, yeah, come on through. I didn't know you were in town. Here, take my guest room, take my condo, take my other home. I'm not using my vacation home. Be comfortable. And I have friends like that as well, that I could call on and know that in a moment's notice, whether it's, how sometimes we say, I hate to bug you at this late hour, 3 a.m. But I got something that I really been on my mind and I got to get it resolved. And this is the person that says, I got you. I'm with you. And even if it's just, I'm praying for you. But you know that you can count on them for something that will help you to resolve the issues that we face, that we encounter in life. I looked up the definition of friends this morning because I really wanted to see if my definition of friends and how I see friends, and 3 a.m. friends at that, coincided with what Merriam-Webster shares as the definition of friendship. And it says that friends are people whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations. And so, yes, it can be a sexual relationship. Yes, it can be a family relationship. But typically, these are people that you have bonds with that are separate from that, meaning that those aren't the main things that the friendship hinges upon. It does not hinge upon a sexual encounter. It doesn't hinge upon the fact that you are blood relatives. It hinges upon mutual affection, and it hinges upon a bond that is developed by how you interact with one another. How you go through life with one another. How you support each other. One of the best things I ever did in my life, and I think about this often because I think it's where I saw something special in my best friend. And I made an intentional commitment of support. And so I get a phone call from Rev Kev. He wasn't a reverend at that point. And I don't think I was either. Maybe I was. It was a long time ago. And Rev was producing a cable video show in Chicago. Oh, years ago. This had to be in the 90s, the mid 90s, I imagine. 1990s, back in the 1900s. And I get a phone call. He's in Chicago, and I'm in Washington, D.C. And he says, Eric, I have to produce a program, but the people who were supposed to be my guest on the program can't make it. And I don't know what to do. I don't have anyone else to turn to right now. And so Spirit told me to call you. And can you help me? Now, this is pre-Zoom, okay? This is pre-Skype. You know, we had computer technology, but it wasn't so advanced at that time. And so if I were to do this at that time, the best that we could do if we were going to do it through technology was to get on the phone and have a phone conversation and make that the program. But what Kevin was looking for was for someone he could interview so that he could produce the program. I said, well, okay, when do you need to have this happen? You need to have it happen, what, next week? Next month? Let me get my calendar out. And he said, tonight. I said, oh, okay. And so I said, let me get back with you. But when I hung up the phone with him, I knew that this was something that I really wanted to do. Rev Kev and I met earlier in the decade through a program that I was facilitating with Les Brown called Project New Life. And Rev Kev was at that time a teenager and a part of the program. The program went on at our church, Christ Universal Temple. And he was also always a very energetic, very inspired person, even back then. And we just hit it off. And this guy had an amazing sense of what he could do in support of others. Even back then, this is the kind of guy who would go to his school and set up an engagement, a speaking engagement for Les Brown and for myself. It was because of Rev Kev, or Kevin at the time, that I got the opportunity and the honor to be his class commencement speaker at his graduation. And so I saw something special and experienced something special with Rev Kev. Even that back then. And so I knew when we hung up that phone that I needed to be there. I was going to be there in some way, shape, or form. So I got on the phone. I got a ticket from Washington, D.C. to Chicago. And I called them back and said, I'll be there. I'm coming in at such and such a time in the afternoon. Thank goodness Chicago has excellent transportation, public transportation. Just tell me where I need to be. I'm going to be there. And I got there, and we filmed the episode. And then as soon as everything was done, I turned on back to Washington, D.C. Now, years later, watch this. Years later, I was on my way to my second ordination back in 2002, October of 2002. And I call up Rev Kev and I tell Rev Kev, I made it. I'm going to have my second ordination, and the ordination ceremony is on October 12th, 2002. Oh man, I hope you can make it there. This is going to be fantastic. It'll be in Baltimore at the One God, One Thought Center. I was excited. But at the time, he was in Florida, had a job at Universal Truth Center and was very busy and active and had his own life. And do you know that Rev Kev got on a flight, came to Baltimore, was in the space for my ordination, my second ordination, and then got on a flight right back to Florida. And so we began to establish how we were going to show up for one another. And it just dominoed from there. We would call each other and find out that we were in the same state doing separate workshops and seminars. We'd say, hey, how far are you from New York City? Oh, I'm in New Jersey. Oh, that's just a couple of hours. When are you going to be available? Say, well, I'm not going to be available. I've got to take care of my workshop. Where's your workshop? Oh, it's here. It's in this city. He said, you know what? I got a little bit of time. I'm coming. You mind if I come and just kind of, be there in support? He said, yeah, come on. We'll get a cup of coffee afterwards. That was a thing for us, showing up for each other. No matter if there was a chance that we could get there in time, then that's what we would do. And we did that in New York, in New Jersey, in Chicago, in Detroit. We did that in Florida. We did the thing. And so there was a mutual appreciation for each other. There's a mutual appreciation now for the work that we were doing. And we were students of each other and teachers of one another. And we had each other's backs and still do. And so a 3 a.m. friend, yeah, it's the person that you could call anytime. Doesn't necessarily have to be 3 a.m. You can call them anytime. It's kind of like a 24-hour thing. And know that if there's something that the person can do, they're going to do. They're going to have your back. Now, you may not have experienced that level. You might have another level, a higher level of friendship, someone that, would give their kidney to you, or another level, such as someone who would go into the foxhole with you. It can look a lot of ways. And it can be a friendship on a number of levels. But the thing about friendships is that what they provide emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, what they provide is an untold wealth. A wealth and a well-being that goes beyond money. Yeah, we feel blessed with our 3 a.m. friends. You might want to say that. I feel blessed because of my 3 a.m. friends. I feel blessed. And so we're going to take some time to bless our 3 a.m. friends. So give me a moment. I'm going to turn down this volume here in this room. I'm in the Peace Chapel. And as you can hear, our choir has shown up and they're getting ready for our 10:30 service. Give me just a moment. I can't make this up. The music just came in right on time. I have to say, wait a minute. Am I doing the lesson sermon in the 10:30 service? That was really divine order. Sometimes our friends show us the way. I feel blessed with my 3 a.m. friends. Let's take that into a meditation. And in this meditation today, let us bless our 3 a.m. friends. Let's bless all of our friends, those who have in any way whatsoever supported our way of being, supported our upliftment, supported us through encouragement, supported us financially, supported us mentally, emotionally, spiritually, supported us in any way that you could possibly imagine. If they have shown up in those moments, in those critical moments, in those moving moments, then let's bring them to mind today in our meditation time. In an act of gratitude, let's become still and comfortable. Let's put ourselves into that meditative position, be it that you cross your legs and come into a lotus position, or if you're on your sofa, comfortably seated. Perhaps you are sitting with your spine erect and your head held, lifted up to spirit. However you meditate, let's get into that position and into that space and place right now. And I invite you to take a deep breath today, a deep breath. Feel that sigh of relief and release that is spoken of in today's breathing space message. Feel the weight be lifted from your shoulders because of the friends that we speak of today. And as we move into our meditation this morning, we first acknowledge that primary friend of ours, that one that brings forth through its very being the unconditional love from which our friends emerge. That one presence, that one power that we know is God, and we call by many, many names. And as we acknowledge this power and presence in this circle of light and love, we pour into this moment anyone and everyone that we call friend. And as we become silent, lovingly lift the names of your friends, both in your mind and your heart. Be still. Like the stars have their galaxies and the sun has their planets, so too do our friends operate in our orbits, lifting us, sharing the gravitational pull and attraction of love. Supporting one another with warmth, with joy, with peace, with understanding, with wisdom, with enthusiasm, with encouragement. No accidents whatsoever. They were meant to be in our lives. As a sacred source of support, enriching our lives in ways that money cannot compare. Ah, what a joy. Speaking the word, then speaking the names of our friends in this moment. Ah, what beautiful memories rush into our minds. The wonderful ways that they have shown up in our lives. The mutual respect, the affection, the humility, know that as we hold our friends in mind right now, as we connect their names to our hearts, that it is creating a vibration, a vibratory communication. It is being sent out right now in the eternal waves. And it is reaching those very individuals, those very friends. They feel our love. They know we are there for them. And they for us. We appreciate the connection, the commitment, the conviction. And we reciprocate their love. in this moment. And now you may be experiencing a prompting for when we come into meditation. That still small voice often speaks. And it may be saying to you, call them, write them, knock on their door, reach out. Not just spiritually, but physically, reach out. And if you are in any way moved this morning to reach out to a friend, not in want of anything, but simply to let them know who they are to you, what they mean to you, then take sacred note of that utterance. Take note of that prompting. And follow suit. It may be the contact that can make all the difference. Let's be obedient to the Spirit this morning. And let our friends know that we love them. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. And namaste. And I'm going to start right now, right after I mention something that Kenya mentions in the chat room. She says she used to have friends like this, but major life events have separated us. God is my best friend always, though, and I know Spirit will connect me with such friends again. You're absolutely right, Kenya. Spirit will connect you again. And those are the perfect words for what I was about to do before I saw your chat, because I wanted to let you know that you too are my friends. And I want to thank God for your presence this morning. Thank you, Cheyenne. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Brother Rev. Thank you, everyone, for your friendship. Whether it's a 3 a.m. friendship or a 9 p.m. friendship or an 8 o'clock coffee friendship, however it's described, I just thank you. You've touched my life. And how good is that? Let's prepare now for the blessing of our tithes and our offerings. God bless you for those who are on the Zoom line, as well as those who have chimed in our chat room on Facebook Live or are watching from our YouTube channel. We just love you. We just love you. We're just so excited about your presence here. Know that your presence is felt however you have chimed in, whenever you have chimed in. There are some people that won't see this until days later. They'll check it out from our archive. And we're talking to you too, because there's no time in God. It's all eternal, infinite stuff. And so whether you're with us in this moment or you're with us in another moment, we're talking to you. We're talking with you. Your presence is felt and you are loved. And so we bless you for being on this call with us, on this Zoom line, on this Facebook Live, on this YouTube channel. And we encourage you to pass it along. And the way that we pass it along is to certainly tell our friends and family members to check us out. In the same way that you connected, ask them to connect with us. But also, we're asking you for a financial support. We're asking you to give to this ministry so that we can send messages like these around the world to help people know that they mean something, that they are worthy. Help people know that they are loved. To help people know that joy can be attained. To help people know that they can live good lives. And God's not through with them yet. And so if you are a yes to that request, we ask that you give by going to our safe and secure PayPal portal. Here's how you do it. You simply go to our website, www.unityofsacramento.com. And there, right at the top of the page, you'll find a donate button. When you push that button, it'll take you to our safe and secure push pay portal where you can set up your account, where you can give either a one-time payment or even a recurring payment. Our tithers often give recurring payments, and they set it up in any way that suits them so that they can do it without having to even think about it. It just happens automatically in the way that they intend. They set it and then they forget it. And they get the blessing of being a generous giver as well, knowing that an immutable law is set, that as you give, so shall you receive. And I thank you for being a friend of Unity of Sacramento and helping us to move forward at this critical time in the universe. However you have been inspired to give, let us take that gift right now in our heads, in our hearts, in our hands, and let us know together and affirm together that divine love, say it with me, divine love in and through each one of us, or say me, in and through me, blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that I am, all that we have, all that I have, all that we give, all that I give, and all that we receive, all that I receive. And so it is, amen and amen. All right. Now, this is the time that I like the most. It's when we encourage you and invite you to open your mics and turn on your video cameras and to say hello to the beloved community. So if there are anyone that's out there that would like to say hello, please don't hesitate. Just unmute your mic. When I see your mic unmuted, I'll know that you're ready to share. Who would like to say hello? Hey, Pat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The first two friends that I mentioned we started out in kindergarten, and we're still friends today. And that's a long time. One lives in South Bend, Indiana, and the other one is here in Sacramento with me. Now, the other two I met in California when I moved from Colorado.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. There is nothing like the experience of still being in touch with a school friend, be it kindergarten or high school or college, whatever the case may be. That is a special friend indeed, Patsy.
Yes, both of them. Yeah. It's just amazing what God has done for us. And we were baptized, they were in one another's wedding, their spiritual connection. They have these books. I sent them each one of breathing space, and I sit here and I said, I didn't tell them the connection that they could have with Rev E this morning about this. I will do that though. I will do.
Yeah. Have you been in touch with them lately?
Oh yeah. But I kind of was a little selfish, I guess, because I told them when I wrote in each of the books and I said, this is what we can discuss. I'd like to hear your thoughts. And so we took that, was going to take the one pain, and then something happened and we didn't have a chance to, but we're working on it.
Wonderful. Well, I stand with you in that, and
Thank you.
so glad that you're on the line with us. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
being a friend to your friends as well as a friend of ours.
Thank you. And I'm going to send some more of those books. They're
Amen.
wonderful. There's a wonderful connection you can have with your friend.
Yes, yes, they are. Thank you. I wholeheartedly agree. Thank you, Patsy. Who else would like to say hello this morning? All right. Well, that's all right. We're saying hello to you and want to give you a couple of announcements. Some great things are happening, and we want you to be a part of it if you can be. We are going to open up back up to the public very soon on March 27th, Sunday, March 27th. Invite you to come and be with us in our spiritual space on the campus. Yes, and that will be at 10:30 a.m. for our regular services. We will be back on the campus. Now that's for 10:30. Our breathing space will continue at 9 a.m. via our Zoom room. We've had such a good time being with each other in this way, and we're growing and expanding as well. So breathing space at 9 a.m. in our Zoom room, and also live streamed in our Facebook Live and YouTube channel. And then at 10:30, our Unity of Sacramento worship service will be back on the campus on March 27th at 10:30 a.m. And each week following. Yes, we are there. Now we'll still do social distancing. We'll still encourage masks, and we'll still be aware that we are in a pandemic. However, we will be together. We will worship together, and we will get a chance to lay our eyes upon one another, eye to eye, face to face. And so we're so grateful for that coming up. We hope that you can join us. And of course, we also encourage people to join us on Thursday nights on our live streams, Facebook Live and YouTube Live, for the Wayshower 101 class. Wayshower 101. This is our Lenten practice that we are offering to everyone to not only prepare for Easter through a Lenten practice, but a special Lenten practice, and to not just be like Jesus, but to be your own individualized expression of God in the manner that Jesus was his individualized expression of God, by seeing and studying and practicing the principles that Jesus used to become the Christ. We're encouraging everyone to bring forth their Christ likeness, their Christ consciousness through this class we call Wayshore 101. We're going to show you 40 characteristics that Jesus portrays that will help us bring forth Christ consciousness. 40 Christ characteristics. So we encourage you to register for this class. You can do that. Check your newsletters, check your notifications, and you can go to let me get it right. You can go to bit.ly/Wayshore, all caps, Wayshore. That's bit.ly/Wayshore, and that will take you to our registration portal. And so it will be for the next 6 weeks, and the tuition is $75. All right, that's all I have for now. Thank you again for being in the space. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you. We know that the light of God surrounds you, the love of God enfolds you, the power of God protects you, and the presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is, and all is well. God bless you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.